Hi guys, welcome back to That's Life with John Carver. This is episode number 283, and I'm calling this episode Harmony is Possible. Way back in the 1970s, I was part of a religious band that played in our church. And I started in that band playing the guitar, and then that evolved to the organ, that evolved to the piano, then back to the organ, then back to the piano again over a span of more than 30 years. And for us to produce good music, we had to be all on the same page. We had to harmonize. We had to play in the same key, if you will, to make sure that the music sounded good. So if you think about the definition of harmony, one definition is the combination of simultaneously sounded musical notes to produce chords that have a pleasing effect. That's harmony. Now, I've been a big fan of the musician Yanni, that's been around for decades. When I first heard him, he was on public television, and the music got to me so much that I turned the volume up all the way on the TV. I did that many times because the style of his music and his piano playing was really the kind of style I really like, and I still like to this day. In recent years, Yanni remastered many songs, and one song that he remastered is called Vertigo. And if you listen to that song and watch that song, you'll see all the musicians on the stage. There's no ego on stage because their goal is to harmonize. Their goal is to produce good music. And I think harmony is possible in relationships. It's possible in families, in communities, in countries, even in governments, in corporations, in nonprofits, certainly. But it only happens when those people in those teams, those organizations, companies, families want to harmonize. I'm sure you've worked around and maybe been around people that aren't interested in harmonizing with you. Now, my wife and I married way back in 1988, and she has strengths that I don't possess, and I have strengths that she doesn't possess. You see, we don't try to compete with each other. I can't be her. She's, like I said, she's really good at some things, which I'm not, and I'm really good at stuff that she's not. So we harmonize in our efforts to benefit each other, to leverage our gifts and our talents to harmonize with the other person. But that's not by accident. It's actually quite intentional. So here's some practical ways that we do it as a married couple. We lift each other's load. We try to make each other's life easier by helping the other person. We pick up after ourselves so that the other person doesn't have to do that. It might sound simple, but it's a really powerful example of how you can serve the other person that you're in a relationship with. We never criticize each other because it tears the other person down. We share in the house cleaning duties. We've done that for a long, long, long time. When we're angry, we take some time to cool off, so we don't say things that are hurtful to the other person. And we leverage each other's strengths and then help the other person with their weaknesses. Tammy does most of the cooking. She likes to cook. So I help with the cleanup most of the time. The big one is I compliment her all the time, several times a day. I compliment her. So harmony is possible, but it has to be intentional, right? So imagine the leaders of organizations and teammates in organizations and governments and countries and companies create an environment where everybody in the band or on the team harmonizes with everybody else. What if there were maybe scheduled events where the band or the team or the family or the organization or the company worked very hard to harmonize with each other, and then beautiful music or relationships and productivity and teamwork can happen because harmony is a priority. It's done on purpose. So harmony is possible. What do you think? My name is John Carver. Thanks for watching.